I was just going to ask you, I wrote a column earlier this week on how biblical imagery keeps getting pulled into this, starting with Donald Trump. And certainly in this last comment, you heard the same thing. How concerned are you?
I am worried because we have the precedent of January 6th. I mean, I think we've got two conflicting bits of evidence here. On the one hand, when Trump called people out when he predicted wrongly that he'd be indicted earlier, there was no real response out there. And so maybe we'll see that Trump has less juice than he once did or than we thought he did. But that kind of language and linking it to the Bible with these overtones of apocalypse and sacralizing Donald Trump, first, it's idolatry. But secondly, it is very scary when this happens. I want to go all the way back to something you said earlier, which is I don't think it's uncommon for a prosecutor to release the indictment when the arraignment happens next week. Bragg was trying to get Trump arraigned today, which would have allowed the release of the indictment. For a variety of reasons, that didn't work out. So I don't think he's playing any games here. But I am really struck by how, with the exception of Asa Hutchinson and I assume Chris Christie, these Republicans who have to oppose Trump for the nomination are all falling in line behind him. And I think they are making similar mistakes. They're not exactly the same, but similar mistakes to the mistakes Republicans made in 2016, which is this terrible reluctance to take Trump on directly, to challenge him. They are conceding this guy controls the Republican electorate. I've got to steal some of his votes. In the meantime, Trump is going to be going after not only the prosecutor in New York, he's going to be going after Ron DeSantis and all these other opponents. The gutlessness in going after Trump is really striking. And I think it's a real sign of weakness, not to mention that Governor DeSantis seemed to be saying, I'm going to ignore the law and not send him to New York legally as he should. May not matter in the end, but that's an astonishing thing for a governor to say.